music was a love and a passion of mine. 4th grade, we had to learn a musical instrument. Chose drums, and I had no idea I was going to be a musician, no idea be in production. I thought I was going to be an artist.
Now you want to be an artist. What was the person that made you want to be an artist?
I really connected with Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, which actually performed at the talent show at school. I had on the whole white suit with the hat, fingers taped.
What was your first placement?
Foxy Brown for the Cradle to the Grave movie and sound. So that first placement also earned me my first gold plaque.
How is it that you deal? Because I'm pretty sure it be moments where the devil comes at you.
I say it's faith over fear, man. I'm still here. I still have another chance, another opportunity to be great, to do what I do. But every day I wake up, I'm grateful to be alive, to be healthy. I think I was as lyrically talented as those that I was inspired by and those that I was listening to. So
how do you deal with artists I want to work with?
I don't really trip on how dope you are. At the end of the day, it's a business.
Yes, sir. Que lo que, dímelo con todo. You know what it is, Podcast Central. Coastal Chronicles NYC, I'm your boy Tank Sinatra, a.k.a. Taino Domingo. You know the lingo. Call me anything but late for dinner because I love to eat. I got my brother with me, the activation king to the left of me, Mr. Dren Starr. Talk to the people, man.
What's going on? What's good, man?
Yo, listen.
We back at it. Yo, what's up with you, bro? You came. Yeah, what's up? You know we got to talk about it. You know
what's
what I'm
that,
saying?
sir? What we got to talk about, sir?
What's up? You lost a bet or something?
What happened was, right?
We don't
Yo, listen, shout out to Godspeed for having my brother looking jazzy out here, boy.
Yeah. Shout out to Godspeed. You know, they sent me that kid patches, so I got a rep, you know what I'm saying? I got a rep, but shout out to our sponsors, Paper Planes, Duce, Red Bull. Catch us on the Listener Network. You know what I'm saying? This is what we doing, baby. You know what I'm saying? 2025. This is what's going on right now.
25, we starting it live. You understand what I'm saying? And we gonna keep it rolling. This is a gentleman that I've been waiting for this interview right here.
Okay.
You feel me? So let me just start my shit already. From the Bronx street to the global stage, he's a force in the music industry who never stops moving. As the CEO of Platinum Boy Music Inc., he's built a multi-platinum empire, crafting hits for icons like J.Lo, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, 50 Cent, and Justin Bieber, just to name a few. His production has shaped the sound of ESPN, BET, VH1, and major brands like Sprite and EA Sports. With a discography spanning almost 20 years, his work has defined eras of music while proving his rhythm isn't just in beats, but in business too. A true innovator, his talents go beyond music production. At Dre's nightclub, resident drummer and brand ambassador for Bel Air, Bumbu Rum, McQueen and the Violet Fog, he's mastered the art of influence. His impact in the industry is undeniable, scoring the theme for ESPN's First Take, Monday Night Football, and Keisha Cole's Family First. Whether he's crafting stadium anthems or shaping the next generation of sound, his work ethic sets him apart as a true game changer. Despite his massive success, he never forgot where he came from. Raised in church, he discovered his gift from percussions early on, turning raw talent into legacy. His passion about giving back, sharing his journey through motivational speaking, and the Music 101 college tour, educating and inspiring students at top schools like NYU, Howard, Yale, and Penn State. His mission is clear: empower the next wave of creatives, helping them navigate life through the music industry with knowledge, passion, and purpose. With a name that echoes greatness, he's carved his own legendary path in the industry and was recognized by his borough and inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame. Damn, boy. Known worldwide, he continues to elevate the culture, proving that success isn't just about talent, it's about dedication, vision, and a drive to keep pushing forward. And with that being said, let's get into it. With music producer, music director, touring musician, motivational speaker, and the author of And the Beat Goes On, I want to give a warm welcome to my brother, Dr. Antwan Thompson, Senior PhD, also known as Amadeus. Talk about it, brother.
Man,
I even got a little sweat off of that. Huh?
I had to sit there and like really sit in the moment and
Come
like
on, man.
really listen. You know, we move so much, we after so much, we hustle so much, we work so much, but in that moment, like I just sat and just listened to every word you said and thought about every word you said and really took in the moment. You know what I mean? So thank you, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I'm happy to be here. You know, this is a long time coming, bro. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah.
You know, on everything you've been doing, on all your endeavors. This guy right here, man. You see him everywhere.
You everywhere too,
See
man.
you everywhere, man. See you everywhere. Everywhere. So
Listen,
I'm happy to be
legends.
here.
Let's
Thank
keep
you,
it
my
real.
brother. Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I
Absolutely.
forgot to add legend and icon, but we gonna get into that. You understand what I'm saying? Because like we said
King.
before we started taping, nobody just get a Bronx Walk of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Nobody gets their own name in these streets.
Yes, sir.
Until after they passed.
Yes, sir. You're
and
right.
you're still here to see all that happen.
Amen.
And to receive those flowers and to see the borough putting up for you.
Yes, sir.
That means you've left an indelible mark in this world.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying, beloved? Well, with that being said, I like to always start the show with giving people's background stories and things like that. So let the people know your background as far as two-family household, brothers, sisters, how you grew up in the Bronx, how it was, things of that nature.
Yeah,
prior
man.
to you finding music.
Big Bronx energy. You know, everywhere I go, I scream that loud.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Big Bronx energy. So I grew up 169th Street, Washington Avenue. Projects over there, they call my block the 9, not for the 169 or 169, from the 9. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And grateful for my parents, you know, for keeping, I would say, the kung fu grip on me, man. They didn't let me do nothing. Like, Mark, can I go over here? No. Can I go over there? Mark, can I go outside? Daddy, can I? Nope. The only yes was church and school. You know, so thank God I music was a love and a passion of mine. 4th grade, we had to learn a musical instrument. Chose drums, and the rest was history, man. I had no idea I was going to be a musician, no idea I was going, you know, be in production. I thought I was going to be an artist, honestly. And you know, it was fun while it lasted.
Why you say that?
Because I definitely, like, when you think about, like, artists that I've worked with and produced for, and even artists that I really respect and admire, I was no way near as dope as they were, just lyrically, like conceptual wise. Just I be listening to bars and be like, I can't do that. Like, I can't do that. But the drums, you know, and then you mix the drums with production, you know, my musicianship with production, that took off running. So that was a no-brainer. So yeah, I grew up in a household, brother, sister, every holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, there was a performance. You come over to the crib, you get a performance. I'm banging on the trunk with pans, pots, you know, different pieces from the actual drum set. My brother's on the keyboard, my sister's singing. Like, that's what it was. So you knew when you was coming to the crib, you was getting a performance. And that's how it all started, you know what I mean? And again, in the neighborhood that I grew up in, it was tough. It was difficult. You know, a lot of people, you know, chose the wrong direction, you know, went in a different direction from me. I fell in love with music. That was my passion. I loved it and just wanted it to be something different. Just wanted to make something out of my life. I felt like the dreams that I was having was for a reason. And I wanted to really work hard, put the work in, and be what I dreamt of being. You know what I mean? And that was how it was, you know, for me as a youngin' in the Bronx.
So when you grew up in the Bronx, did you grow up in the projects or you in the crib?
Yep, grew up in the projects. Morrisania, yep, in the projects, man. Yep. So you know how that is, man. The street, the parties, the block parties, the community days. You know, in my window, I was four seat, so you can see the corner store from my window. So I used to, you know, try to do anything to get out of the crib. Ma, can I go to the store? Again, you got 10 minutes, if that. I'm gonna sit here and watch you go to the store. So they would know, like, I would go to the store, you know, I would see a little chick over there, come over there and holler. They'd be in the park playing basketball. I grab the ball and try to, you hear, Antwan! And they like they didn't even laugh at me, bro. Like, they just knew it. They just knew it. And they just like, yo, your mom's calling you, bro. And I would just go upstairs, man. But back then, I didn't really get it. I swore they were hating on me. I was like, man, y'all gotta let me be great. Like everybody's outside. Why can't I be outside? But it was just a different lens that they had. And they grew up in the neighborhood, too. Like, they grew up down the street. My grandmoms lived down the street, so that was our hood for real. So they knew, you know, all of what I didn't know. You know, and as a kid, you just want to have fun, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, their role was to protect me and be the parents that, you know, protected their kids, you know. And for me, fast forward to today, me being a father, now I understand. Now I understand what they were doing. A lot of, you know, those people that I wanted to hang with ain't there. You know, that went in the wrong direction, ended up in jail, dead, you know, doing all kind all kind of craziness. So I'm grateful now, especially for them being the way they were.
Yeah, the cycle definitely repeats itself because you putting the same values that your family, your parents was putting on you putting on your kid.
Absolutely.
So I definitely get that. So, all right, so you start playing music and stuff like that, but you said you wanted to be an artist. Like what was like? Because I used to fake try to sing, right?
Okay, he said fake try to sing.
Yeah, fake try to sing.
What does that mean?
Listen, that means if I ain't make it, I was faking it. Bottom line, that's how.
I mean, bro, you made it to the Apollo though, so that's.
Yeah, whoa,
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he was on.
That was not mine.
We gonna shine a line on him though. He be,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
man,
saying?
we trying to downplay this.
Listen. This is about you, Dr. Thompson. Not
Everybody
me.
can't make it on an Apollo, man. I'm just
but
saying.
listen, but Michael Jackson was the person that made me. I seen him do that moonwalk, Motown 25. I want to do that.
Yes, sir.
What was the person that made you not? Because you was doing the drums. Now you want to be an artist. What was the person that made you want to be an artist?
I'm not gonna lie.
Or what was the
Michael
first
Jackson.
song that you heard that had you like, oh, nah, this is something that I want to do?
I really connected with Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal, which actually performed at the talent show at school. He had on the whole white suit with the hat, fingers taped. You know what I'm saying? The blue dress shirt that he had on. Oh yeah, I was
Listen,
like
the
Michael.
fact that you said the finger tape, you really went there.
Fingers was taped, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so that Beat It, Billie Jean. You know, Michael. You know, my mom's a huge Michael fan. So for me, it was all genres, all artists. But directly in regards to the whole rap thing, was absolutely Puff, Mason, Big. Straight up, like back when I was young. Like, you know, because I figured I was like the mogul. I was the one that was creating the music and making the beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, my brother was rapping, so he was like Mace. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was like the real inspiration behind the artistry. So everything I wrote, when you think about it, was like on some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dressed up. I had the curly hair when I was a little kid, the little parts in. Like, I was really like trying to be the pretty fly dude. You know what I mean? My pops used to hate that joint. And then I went to Catholic school, so I had to dress up. So the whole dressing up thing just kind of made it work hand in hand. You know what I mean? You had to really groom yourself, take care of yourself. I went to Cardinal Hayes in the Bronx, and you know, you couldn't have no beard. You had to be well groomed each and every single day. So me having to follow those rules home and in the school, it was just easy to just be on that fly. You know what I mean? So that was it. Like I said, I didn't really think I was as lyrically talented as those that I was inspired by and those that I was listening to. So when I transition from that to production, it definitely made sense. I don't think it would be a King Amadeus like if I was still pursuing that. So I'm grateful.
So what was the pivot that made you like want to produce? Like, all right, this is it. Like, what you was using, an MPC? Like what was it?
Before that, I was on like keyboards. So I was
ASR,
on,
the ASR 10?
No, not this. I was on Ensoniq, but it wasn't an ASR 10. Ensoniq, I forgot. I gotta look it up. I gotta see what it was, but it was definitely an Ensoniq joint. It was the Roland XP50.
Okay.
Before we even got to like rocking on the MPC 2000.
Gotcha. So yeah, that was before. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I started making beats and like playing them for people, they'd be like, "Yo, it's kind of dope, but your drums ain't really knocking." And I was like, and for me that was disrespectful because I'm a drummer. So it's like, if anything, I would rather that be on.
But you used to do the live drums.
What, making beats?
No. Like when you started, you was doing live drums.
Live drums. So that was production, which I didn't know was a completely different world.
Absolutely.
From actually playing, you know. So when I'm learning my favorite songs was actually made on like keyboards and like beat machines and workstations, I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. That's how it went. I thought it was like you in the studio on a live drums, recording each part. It's like, nah, everything is triggered, everything is sampled, you know. And so once I learned that, you know, but Buck Wild, legendary producer, a part of the original Hitman team.
BITC, okay.
Produced I Got a Story to Tell, you know, produced for Jay and Faith and that whole Bad Boy Sound and Beanie Siegel. Family friend of mine. And my mom called him up one day and was like, he in there talking about making beats. She was like, can you just come grab him, school him up, see what he talking about, see if he's serious. And he picked me up one day, took me to the lab. I think that night, rest in peace, he went to play beats for Black Rob, Missy, Busta, I want to say LL, and a few people. So I was just a fly on the wall, and he would go in there with, you know, to date us, like cassette tapes, and he had DATs and cassette tapes and CDs, and that's how he was going around playing the beats. So I would sit there, like I said, fly on the wall, and watch my favorite artist react to the music he was playing. Like, yo, I want that one. Yeah, nah, that's not really for me. Go to the next one. Yeah, let me get that. And we went around to the different studios, and I remember him dropping me back to the crib, and I just looked at him and was just like, yeah, that's it. This it right here.
How old were you?
I was young, bro. 15, 16. I was like, yeah, this is it. Because, you know, church was grooming me for that when you really think about it. Not the production side, but just musicianship and real live music. Like, I was playing every Sunday, like, live. So live, having the understanding live versus like production and programming is two different worlds. If you performing live, like that's the cheat code. So when you get in there and you start laying stuff down, like you have a whole different type of understanding musically, you know, when you approach the production side. It doesn't guarantee that you'll be dope, because what I did learn is there's certain musicians that's dope that can play live, but that can't produce. And vice versa. Producers that are crazy on production and sampling and programming, but can't play instruments. You know what I mean? So just, you know, so for me, I had the best of both worlds, and I was able to merge it
together. That's a question I want to ask. So, being that you was playing in church, did your parents give you any type of in secular music? You know, this is bad. Not what, you know what I'm saying? How was that?
It was bad, bro. Imagine going to your parents. My father was the chairman of the deacon board. Mom sung in the choir, like, so they was like heavy. So imagine going to them like, yeah, I want to be a hip hop producer. Be a what? I want to be a producer. Like, I want to make music. I want to be a hip hop producer. What? Like, maybe I go ahead and go do something. Go to school. Go to college. Go work. Go get a job. And I'm like, nah, I want to do this. You know, so that was definitely a battle for me with my parents, with my pastor. You know, and I get where they were coming from. You know, they want the best for us, right? Parents want the best for us, which is amazing. But that don't necessarily means that what you want us to do or what you envision us doing is actually the best for us. Because actually what that's doing is that's dampering my spirit, right? And not allowing me to walk in my calling or what I felt God put in my heart and soul. That's me settling for whatever you feel is best for me, which not necessarily may be the best for me. You know, I went to college for like 5 days. It wasn't me, bro. And it was a school. I went to Mercy College. It was in White Plains, and I went there for music production and, you know, studio engineering, that whole thing. And I was in class, and I'm like, well, we going to go in the studio. Not knowing that you don't really touch, you know, your major.
Nothing.
Until after maybe a year or two.
All theory.
So I'm like, I'm only learning about rocks and doing math and bro, I'm in the hood. I
sound waves and megahertz and
so
all theory shit.
Let me see the studio where I'm gonna learn. Took me to the studio, bro. Now I respect vintage, right? But this is a whole different type of vintage.
70s type
bruh.
Shit.
I'm like, what is this? What I got in my crib is better than this.
They still got reels and all types of shit.
I was like, I'm not even.
Yeah.
I don't know what they had in there, bro. And I looked at the dean and I was just like, yo, this is my last day. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, this is my last day. I gotta go. What you gonna do? I'm gonna go chase I'm gonna go do what I said I'm gonna do. But I can't wait 3 years to learn this. I need this right now. Like, this is where I'm from. This life and death. Like, this is the only thing I got. This is my only way out. Is this. And, you know, he's a black dude, too. And he looked at me, and he was just like, I'm not supposed to say this.
I jack it.
But for some reason, I feel like you're going to make it, my brother. You know, so power to you. You know, this conversation between me, that's why I never mention his name. But, you know, I feel like something special, man. I see something special in you, man. So go do it. Go do what you got to do. And I left, came home. I ain't say nothing to my moms. So I'm home for like a week, and she's like, "What's going on in school?" Like, yeah, they something's going on with the school. They canceled class. The next day, I came up with another joint, and finally, she came in the room and looked at me and was just like, "What's really going on?" And I was like, "Yeah, I withdrew." She was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "That ain't for me." I said, "I want to produce. I want to create. I want to produce, and this is what I want to do." Like, and give me the time to make it happen. Because I was playing in church, getting paid from church. Still living on mom's, you know, so I was giving her whatever I can get her for the house and maintain. I think I only had like a cell phone bill at that time. So I can really devote the time and energy into it. And
How old were you when you made this decision?
right there, like, I mean, I was already producing. Because
Okay.
I was producing at 14, 15 years old. So I was already producing in high school. I'm going to school playing beats. I'm going to the studio. I'm going playing beats for artists. Like, I was already rocking. But, you know, once I finished high school, like, it was like a decision, like, just to really, really do it. Like, full time.
Head on.
That's what it was. So once I realized that college wasn't for me, I was like, yeah, this is it.
What was your first placement?
Foxy Brown. Rest in peace, DMX. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti. Right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Foxy Brown for the Cradle to the Grave movie and soundtrack.
How did that happen?
DMX.
How did that happen?
Yo, I went to see her brother. Shout out to
Gavin?
Antwan.
Okay.
He was the director of A&R Interscope. So I went up. My cousin was like, I forgot whether he was his assistant or my cousin Joe. Right? He invited me up there. He's like, yo, I heard you making beats. I heard it's crazy. You know, come up here, play them some beats. So he was working on City High, Wyclef, and Maya. Everything I was doing at that time was rap, like straight up hip hop, boom bap, hard drum, sampling. So I remember going up there and playing him my music, and he was like, yo, this is fire, but there's nothing I could do with any of this. This is too hard for like all the projects that I'm working on. He was like, but these would be dope for my sister. And I'm like, who's your sister? And he's like, Foxy. And I was like, it's sister, bro. Now, one thing about me, I always did research. I always looked at every album credit. Like I was talking about that earlier today.
Real music had
I
shit.
wouldn't listen to no album when I was looking at the credits to see who did what, so that I could be excited, you know, for my favorite producers or writers. Like, so I saw his name. You know, he had a name tag, Antwan Marchand, and I was just like, yo, this is really her brother, because her name, her real name was Inger Marchand. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, this is really his sister. So he's like, yo, she gonna be at Chung King. Remember Chung King? Gonna be at Chung King, 7 o'clock. Pull up. Play the same beat you played me, same order and everything. It's like, I bet. 7 o'clock came, went down there, walked in the room. She looked, she said, what up? She said, let me hear that. Like, straight up, straight to business. What up? Put it in. Put it in. She was like, all right, okay, that's what's up. Like, she was real cool, nonchalant, chilled. I'm in the back, like, yo, this is Foxy Brown, bro. I got her hanging up on my locker. Straight up, I had her hanging up on my locker, bro.
Got angered
right
up
there.
in the locker.
So she, you know, she was on some cool, real laid back. She's like, nah, these are dope. She's like, can you lead a CD with me? And I was like, yeah, all right, cool. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna vibe with it, see what I can come up with tonight. You know, these are definitely dope. Appreciate you pulling up, right? Walked out the studio. I was like, yo, Foxy Brown, bro. You saw how she was looking at me, bro. She was looking at me, bro. She don't think about you, but I know. I just had to gas myself up. Went to the crib, immediately making music, you know, because you're inspired from the day. Woke up the next day, phone call from Antwan, like, yo, she made 2 records last night, bro. I'm like, word? He's like, yeah. He said she was working on the soundtrack for Cradle to the Grave, a movie and soundtrack that DMX is doing. And she wrote the actual titled song, Cradle to the Grave, My Life, you know, for the album. He said, that's 1. 2, she made a record called Get Off Me. Her and Eve was beefing at that moment. So she made a diss record called Get Off Me, dissing Eve. Right? And he was like, yo, we just sent it to Phone Master Flex. Phone Master Flex about to air it out. And I'm like, And I remember being in the car, bro, in front of my mom's house. New Foxy Brown, Phone Flex, I-97. She's going crazy.
Dropping modem bombs.
And I'm sitting in the car like, this is happening. He plays it, you know, brings it back a million times. She's going off. And I never even heard it. So I'm hearing it when everybody else is hearing it. Going off, and I'm like, wow. And then the whole joint with the soundtrack, movie drops, the song plays in the movie for, you see, I still remember, for 26 seconds. Played the movie for 26 seconds. On the soundtrack, saw my name, you know, rolling the credits at the end of the movie. Went and bought the CD from FYE right across the street. I was in Cross County in Yonkers. Crazy, bro. And that soundtrack went to sell 500,000 copies, hard copies. So that's where we from. We from when they
Yeah, original shit.
Bro.
Yeah.
So 500,000 copies. So that first placement also earned me my first gold plaque. And that's how I got started.
And it was a movie, so you doubled. Yeah, that's fire, bro.
Yeah, that's how I started. So I said to myself, you know, because the average cat my age would have that type of success out the gate, and you want to sit back and bask in the ambiance of what you just experienced. For me, it was just like kind of a nervous thing, like, bro, this is how you started. This is the first thing out the gate. Where do you go from? Like that was the question I asked myself. Where do you go from here? You gotta like in all due respect to Foxy, like you gotta get even bigger. Like you gotta kill it.
Elevate, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta grow. You gotta like, what we doing?
Yeah.
Went back in the lab, and then after that came Dipset,
Okay.
G-Unit, and Fab, and Lil Mo. Shout out to Lil Mo and Mike Jones, and then everything just started, piling up and coming in.
So when you landed the Foxy play, it sounded like you handled that yourself. Did you ever have management?
Nah, because I was young. I was fresh out the gate. I wasn't appealing. Young, fresh out the gate. No, that was my first placement. So I actually handled negotiations and everything like that. Everything on my own from just reading everything you need to know about the music industry.
Donald Passman, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yo, that book is like the Bible.
Everybody,
Bible,
yeah,
bro.
that's the Bible for definitely.
There's got to be like 100 volumes of that. I don't even know what volume
it's
they're
on.
to.
It's on 12.
Wow.
Matter of fact, I think it changed. I think no, it's not on 12 because I think it's on like 15 or 16 because now they have the streaming and everything that's happening now incorporated in the book.
Yeah, everything in the beginning of that book don't even apply anymore.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, streaming wasn't out or none of that. Yeah, that's wild.
It's crazy.
Let me ask you this, King. So, like you mentioned, Foxy was beefing with Eve at the time. Has there ever been a point where an artist don't fuck with you because they like, motherfucker, you made a beat that a motherfucker was coming at me sideways, type shit like that?
That's how I thought it was gonna be when that song came out. Like I was mad nervous, and I was living in Yonkers, down the street, like literally down the street from Kiss and all of them. I mean, they didn't know me because you can see my name in the credits, but you don't.
Know the
it wasn't
face.
no real FaceTime.
Yeah, back then, there wasn't no
so
social
you
media.
wouldn't know me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can walk right by you.
Yeah, but still, I'm like, yo, I'm in YO. These they right there. I love Rough Riders. I'm a fan. I want to work with Eve one day. But they don't like back then they didn't really know what it was. You know what I'm saying? But that was definitely a fear of mine, like, being a producer that's wanting to work with every artist. Like I was like, damn, am I done with Rough Riders now because of this? But
yeah, because you just mentioned Dipset and G-Unit.
Yeah.
So that's like.
And even with that, like me having Take 'Em to Church, which was, the diss record with Cam and Mace. You know what I'm saying? Like that one was crazy. Like,
That was fire.
That one was crazy.
That was fire.
But to see where they are today and them have their show
Shout out
together
to
and they
them.
laughing and kikiing and I'm like, and they know, like now they know, like, they both the homies. So to have that record is just like, but it's a sport, man. Like it's a sport. I don't think, well, I mean, it kind of took a little turn when you think about like Kendrick and Drake, like, and it kind of like had conversations about it because I'm like, well, must it have the opportunity to work with Drake? Probably not.
It's over for that. That's why I'm asking you. Like,
probably not.
That had to be.
But that's them though. I don't feel like that would be a real thing.
This situation is completely different.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It turned into 5 Grammys, bro. Like something that was wreck. Like it was wreck. You know what I'm saying?
And the
like
Grammys at that, everybody talking about A minor.
Bro, like
that was
seeing that,
crazy.
like, like we've been doing music forever, but just seeing that was just different. Like the whole experience was just wild, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna front. I miss the era of buying an album and opening up the packaging and the trifold and
it's
seeing
amazing.
Like that whole element of music has been removed completely, and it's like, to me, it's like it's stripped and it's watered down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because now these records come out so fast. We had other producers on the pod, but like the whole 3-minute records where 16 hook, now it's 12 bars.
Yeah,
like it's
bro.
crazy.
I heard a song on the radio and it went off, and I was like,
that was it.
Yeah, it's like a minute and 50 seconds right now. Like,
but
2:24.
I will say this: when you think about people's attention span, we are lovers of music. We've been in the game for quite some time, so that's a sauce. That's a cloth that we wear that's just totally different, right? But when we think about the generation the now generation, like, and I was just thinking about like we could post a video for like a minute, and then when you look at how long it was viewed, like 3, 4, 5 seconds, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Microwave effect,
bro. So it's like technically. It's like, yeah, but it should be 3 verses, it should be 3 hooks. But the way people's attention span is today, it's just like maybe that is the recipe to have shorter songs, get straight to the point, and allow you to get to the next record. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's
everything
weird.
is just fed too fast, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just the whole, to me, the whole streaming just. I mean, you can't argue with the times of the way the culture's moving, but like even the DJs, like they just play these records too fast. They don't let them breathe, and you can't even enjoy it. You know what I'm
you
saying?
like you in the record, the next thing
It's
you
the
know,
minute
it's
you get
the-
into it, it just
it's the
switches.
It's the next song, bro. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, what about that verse? The verse is crazy.
Word. You
It's
know what I'm
crazy
saying?
because I still on title, even on title, I still go. Who's the producer?
Yeah.
Who wrote it? I press that button. And
Thank you, bro.
I got it. Oh shit.
And I'm glad they
Oh,
doing
you
that
know what
now,
I'm
man,
saying?
because they wasn't doing that
I
before.
don't-
Tidal was
listen,
always kind of doing it, though.
I'm still that old school dude. Just because we don't physically have it in our hands,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make sure to see. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. So now we go from producing to going on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to go there or musical director? We'll go with the tour
Okay,
first.
okay.
How did that come about?
Yo, shout
How
out
did you
to
go
Mike Jones.
from producing the record to now,
yeah.
you're going on tour as
So-
an actual
Yeah.
musician, not even
Right.
producer.
Right. Yeah, just strictly performing and playing. Man, that was such a dope moment. Shout out to Mike Jones.
Mike
I
Jones.
knew he was gonna do that. We was in Houston. I was producing a record for him that featured Trey back in the day, like after Trey's first album. So Trey, he's out there, but he's still kind of new as an artist, right? Pull up to the studio in Houston. There was a drum set in the corner, and I was just like, "Yo, I play drums." It's like, "You don't play no drums, bro." It's like, "What you mean?" Like that's how the whole production thing happening. I'm a drummer and musician first. So then, had both Mike and Trey had like jokes about the drums and this and that. I never got on and played. Just kind of like left it alone, right? Finished the song. I looked at Trey. I was like, "Listen, bro, what you making is extremely soulful, and eventually you're gonna need a live band to accompany you on stage. That's just with the type of music that you're making. When you do, call me." That was it, right? He went home. I went home. Mike was in Houston, so he was already home. A year later, I get a phone call from his manager at that time, and he's like, "You ready to put the band together?" And I'm like, "Nah." What you mean? He's like, "You told Trey that whenever he was, needed a band, and whenever he wanted a band, that you was gonna put it together. He needs the band." And for me, it was like, I said it, I put it out there, but I wasn't knowledgeable in regards to putting a band together. I just know I play drums, and I got my group of guys, my brothers, that I played alongside in church all my life. So he's like, "Yeah, but you ready to put the band together? We got a show in New York, really big deal. I don't remember R&B Live on Broadway. It's for that." He's like, "Yeah, we got R&B show," and I was going there every weekend. It was fire. It's like a show on R&B Live. We need a band for that. Album is about to drop. This and this and that. Cool. So I'm gonna call you back. Call my big brother. I was like, "Listen, artist named Trey Songz want me to put the band together. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna let you be the music director because that's what it is the band leader. I'm gonna let you be the music director. I'm just gonna play drums." And he's like, because he was the music director for Casey and JoJo. So I'm like, "This is what you do. I'm gonna pass that off to you. I'm gonna play drums. We out. Round up the squad. We go. We out." He like, "Nah, bro. How you think I got in this position? Like they gave me a chance, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I figured it out, and we grew and we learned together. Same thing. Trey called you. So you're going to put the band together. You're going to be the music director. Anything you need guidance-wise, I got you on the side, on the low, and you're going to be the music director. I'm going to be on keys. I got you. We're going to get Ricky. We're going to, put the squad together, and we out." We did that one show. Crazy. Went back to church. "Yo, y'all want to do another show?" "All right, cool." Did that show. Killed it. Back to church. "Yo, y'all want to go on tour?" "All right, we'll do the BET tour. I think it was us, Day 26, Mario, Jay Holiday." Finish the tour, back to church. "Yo, y'all want to go on tour again?" "Well, who?" "Oh, we going to go open up for Jay-Z on the Blueprint 3 tour." Did the tour, month and a half, went back home. "Yeah, we're going to do our own tour." So it just kept, coming around and coming around. And that was 18 years ago.
Did you ever do the hip hop live tour with Ghostface and Rakim?
No.
Okay, I was gonna be like that. I did that whole tour, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that'd have been wild if that was you on the
Crazy,
drums,
right?
because
Nah.
it was a whole. We did a whole tour with It was an all live band.
Wow, I love that.
It was like a 26 city run. Like
Really?
it was ill. It was like something I've never seen before, and it was the first time we did it without a DJ.
Bro, wasn't it different? Was it?
Oh,
like,
it was a whole different vibe, bro.
Bro,
it was a whole that live
different.
element is a whole different animal.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's different. But yeah, that was 18 years ago. So literally, like we came home for breaks, but we was on the road for 18 years, just from off of me sitting in the studio with him, seeing a drum set in the corner and just putting it out there like, yo, you gonna need a band, call me. And we know this. I'm not expecting him to call me. I got you. He didn't even say nothing. Like, I just said what I said, not even knowing what I was doing, but the whole time speaking it into existence, man. And
God is great.
Here we are, 18 years later, bro.
What's your perspective on because you started producing back when back and then now you still producing now. What's your take on the transition of production now?
One, when I became a producer, I was like the only one in my entire school that was doing it. It wasn't a popular thing to do, right? Because the investment that you had to make on your equipment cost a lot of money. I was blessed because I was surrounded by church musicians that had all the instruments for church. And I'd be like, yo, let me borrow the keyboard this weekend. All right, cool. Just make sure it's back for Sunday. So I had the advantage of being able to use the equipment at the church. You know, everybody else is like, nah, I ain't got $1,300 for the MPC. That ain't coming with no sounds. Like, you don't know it ain't coming with no sounds, but you gotta sample everything, bro. I ain't got $2,500 for that Yamaha Motif keyboard. So back then, it wasn't a thing to do. Not everybody, but most people was rapping and singing and doing the artist thing. So when you fast forward to today, because of technology and everything being so accessible, now everybody and their mama can do it and want to do it because it's so accessible. You can get a laptop, you can get, Pro
with everything
Tools,
in it.
Logic,
Everything is loaded in it.
with every sound. When we had to find sounds and create sounds and build sounds and create drums and go go digging and actually sample our drums. You know what I'm saying? So now everything is handed to everybody. So I don't have an issue with it because obviously technology is a beautiful thing. It allows us all to do different things quicker, move faster. I can create anywhere. I could be on a plane. I can be on a train. Like, it doesn't matter. But when before you actually had to be in the studio because all 7 of my keyboards is there. And you can't take that on the bus. So from that standpoint, it's dope. But now it's too accessible, which allows any and everybody that may not necessarily be passionate about it or really love it and want to do it. I'm just going to do it because it's a cool thing to do. I'm going to do it to, for COD. I'm going to do it to be famous. I'm going to do it to get to the bag. So it's about what people's why is. Like, for me, I just wanted to make music. It was love and passion. I didn't know it was a business. I didn't know I could get paid from it. I didn't know I can live and survive off of this. I just wanted to make music, and it's all I wanted to do for free until I learned, no, this is a business. And then I transitioned to understanding the business and took it as such. But nowadays, it's just like, it's just something to do, and we can all do it. Why not?
Has it put a damper on your placements?
I mean, placements has always been hard, honestly. Placements has always been hard, but I feel like it definitely makes it a lot more challenging because there's so many more people shooting to make that basket versus, 20 years ago.
Coming from you, that's a real statement because you have a resume. You know what I'm saying? So you have a resume, you have a crazy catalog. Like,
people actually run from that.
Awards.
People run from that because when you come in with that type of resume and those accolades,
they gotta drop that bag.
Bro.
Publishing.
Oh
them.
nah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh nah. Yeah, he's gonna get us for everything.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I rather not me, but
like that. That's crazy. Yeah.
So the artists, the labels, the managers is like, nah, let's go get little JP.
Yeah, he's cheap.
JP, 13 years old. JP so happy for me to be on the record. He'll let me have it. You don't need no Amadeus tracks. Like, nah, we good. You fired though, but he fired too, and he's like, here's $20.
Yeah, he just wants
Let me
credit
just
for
get a
it.
picture.
Yeah.
Post me.
Wow.
So me and all of the other legends, and we're competing against that. How do you win against that? Because here's the thing.
And you're right. Like, I just went to I had these kids that I went to go see, like, kids from the neighborhood, and one of the producers
I saw you that.
is 11 years old, bro.
Fire.
Animal.
Fire. That's what I'm saying.
That little boy
So
is a
I don't
problem.
I don't even get mad at you making that decision because it's from a business lens. Why would I pay you 10 grand? Why would I pay you 15,000, 25,000, whatever your rate is, when I can go get a little shorty that just happy to be here?
Word.
That'll give me that same type of fire track for free. Why am I paying you 10 grand? Care about who you work for, what you did, because at the end of the day, we ain't nobody opening no more booklets.
That's a fact.
So that's irrelevant now. All them accolades can mean all them plaques. What that mean to me?
Unless you got a drop on your track that says who's producing
Right.
it,
And
nobody gonna
that's
know.
a whole other thing.
Yeah.
And it's no shade. I don't like that. It ain't
But
my
that's
thing.
part of the new movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the new, I call it, the microwave laptop beats.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get mad at me, but that's just what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. I don't like tags, bro. Like and it's just never been my thing. Yo, why don't you do a tag? And one thing about me, I'm not gonna just do something because everyone else is doing it.
Facts.
Like I'll stay over here in my own little section and do what I do.
You've been winning. You ain't got to start doing
I might
that.
not be moving as fast as I used to move, or the placements may not be coming in as fast as they were, but they're still here.
What was your biggest placement?
Sheesh. Wow. Biggest, right? So are we talking known? Are we talking numbers? There's so many different ways to look at that. So how about I give you a few examples?
Yeah, let's do that.
ESPN First Take theme song, right? That's huge.
OD.
That's huge.
Shout out to Staley and Wale.
Yeah,
That's every day. That's
every day. Still, and it got remixed. I redid it. We did a rock version. We did a go-go version, and it's still there. So every day when I wake up, because it's a ritual to watch, like, that's kind of like my fix in the morning. I get up, watch the homie Stephen A. And so that, it's not too many people that haven't heard that.
Look at that. I didn't even know that was you. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. So I would
Dope.
say that. Justin Bieber's Christmas Eve song. I would say that because Christmas Eve happens every year. Like regardless, it's Christmas Eve. You're gonna have a Christmas Eve. Chris Brown wrote it, so I would say that's a big record. The two singles, Dave East featuring Chris Brown, Perfect, and probably Young and May's Petty Wop, which was her single too. So we had produced 8 songs on Young and May's album, Her Story to Making. 9 songs on Chris Brown's Heartbreak on the Full Moon.
Wow. Man,
It's been a run, bro.
9 songs.
9.
Quick question. Quick question, bro. 2-part question. Because we talking about tags. First, how did you get your name? You know how to read music?
Nope.
That's why I asked you the question.
Yeah.
So, your name, first of all, and your adversities that you faced in the industry.
Love that. My name. So, yeah, I remember sitting down with my partner at the time. Shout out to my big brother Soup. And
Let the people know, like, just the backstory on the person, you know what I'm saying, whose name. Not
Yeah,
the,
where I got
you know
it
what I'm
from.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfgang Mozart Amadeus. Watched the movie when I was young in class. And so if you haven't seen the movie Amadeus, it's a must-see. Young dude, genius. Genius, class clown, really silly, chasing all the girls around in school, but genius. So when I thought about it, I'm like, we definitely have a lot in common from the music side, but all of just his personality and how he was. And I remember trying to choose a name. I think my boy was like, what about Beethoven? I was like, and he was like, what about Wolfgang? What about Mozart? Nah. What about Amadeus? And I was just like, because my real name is Antwan, like you mentioned, so it starts with an A. So I'm like, I didn't love it, but then I thought about the movie, and the movie was more so of the reason why I was like, all right, I'll give it a try, right? So I went with it. Started having label meetings and started hearing the executives call me Amadeus. So once I heard it, and it started to feel and sound epic to me. You know what I'm saying? Later on down the line, I learned that it means loves God. So it just all made perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's how the name came about, right? Adversities, man, a lot, man. Someone asked me a question the other day, and it was like, what would you say to your younger self? And my response to that was, thank you. Like, I'm proud of you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being fearless. Thank you, because I basically created something out of nothing. no one knew who I was. No one knew what I was capable of doing. So it took a Foxy Brown to say, hey, I don't know you. I don't know your name. You ain't got no resume. You've never done this before. You ain't out no albums. But let me hear. Oh, that's crazy. All right, let me give you a chance. Let me give you a shot. So that young man, believed in themselves. And not to say when no one else did, but I saw the vision. I saw the dreams and was like, yo, it's the reason why I'm having these dreams. It's the reason why I'm having this vision of being a successful musician and producer. I have to make this happen. And that's what it was. So dealing with the challenges of knowing what you want, knowing the steps you need to take to get there, and I wouldn't say not having the support, but the backing maybe of like believing that this is something that can possibly come true. Church, I got a church mama and father, man. A hip hop producer. What are you talking about, bro? You know what I'm saying? So that
and Mama Love still went out and was like, yo, my son wants to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Take him with you.
Yeah, she made that call. Even my father, my pops used to let me have all of his records. That I used to get a pow for back in the day when I was young. So it went from not being able to touch it, from me touching it anyway, to, yo, here, take these. Let me see, what can you do with these? And I'm like, everything. And I remember playing him beats of like, oh, you took the Stephanie Mills and did that. You took the Earth, Wind, and Fire and did that. And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, wow. So
Fire.
Adversity, man, I think when you talk about 25 plus years in the game and still being relevant, like imagine how challenging that is. Like you got to be able to grow and adapt with the sound. You got to be able to maintain relationships and continuously build and continuously try to be hot and around, right? But at the same time, staying true to who you are as a person, as a being, as a man, but then also creatively. So a lot of that is extremely challenging. Knowing when to change your rate in regards to how much you charge. Knowing when to give somebody a deal. Knowing when to give somebody this joint for free. Get off me. She ain't pay for that. But that was a huge diss record. I remember Fab. I think Fab had did like took 2 or 3 of my or records and used from mixtapes. You don't get paid for mixtapes, right? But Fab called me one day straight up and was like, yo, I want to use this for this tape. I want to use this for the tape. Do I have your blessing? I'm like, yeah, Songs is crazy. Go ahead. He said, yo, I'm going to make sure I get you on I'm working on the album. Keep sending me that heat. Make sure I get you on the album. And he did what he said he was going to do. Same thing with like Keisha and Keisha Cole and The Game and Chris. Like, I charge them the same thing I've always charged them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going up because I'm hot now.
Yeah.
And I'm that dude. You gave me a shot. You gave me a chance. So if I keep, and I've never been into the streets or into the drug world, but I'm just, if that's the deal I gave you, just because I'm the man now and I got a house in Miami, I got to switch up on you? You gave me a chance when nobody did. It's the same rate.
Fire.
So at the end of the day, just like it probably is in the drug world, it's like in music, you keep coming back. Yo, I'm working. What you got for me? Because you're going to get that same love, and I'm not going to switch up on you. I'm not going to change. So, and I think the other part is waiting for them checks, man. That's very difficult, bro. Right now, as we speak, I was walking over here, and I'm always going to keep it a buck and be honest and transparent because the people that's watching, they need to hear it. So they need to know if this is the life you want to live, which is what we do, to know how entrepreneurship really is. It look cool. Mm-hmm. Plaques on the wall look real nice. Them awards, all that, cool. But yeah, I'm waiting on like 4 or 5 checks right now. Don't know when them joints coming. But all I can do is hold on to faith and keep working and keep pushing and having that same spirit and that same energy and that vibe. Bro, that's why I walked over here. I walked. 20, 25-minute walk. And I said, nah, just walk. Walk off your food, think, look around, and just be in the right spirit. And you about to be with your brothers in a few minutes. You about to be in a safe space. You about to be around love, right? That's going to, enlighten you again. That's going to, whatever this little rough patch that you're dealing with, you're not going to feel that for however long you sit down with your brothers for. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm grateful to be here, because people that are watching, you don't know what we go through. You don't know what we endure to do what we do, to sit at the tables that we sit at, to be where we are. There's good, there's pros, and there's cons.
Does that ever leave a bad taste in your mouth? Like, do you ever feel sometimes you're like, yo, you know what? I'm good, man. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm going to hang this up.
Right.
I'm gonna do something else. Like, do you ever
What
battle
am I
with those
gonna
thoughts?
do? Not saying it like that, but
Yeah.
what am I going to do? This is all I've done. This is all I've known my entire
Life.
And it's no disrespect to anybody that's, that's hustling, that's working a 9 to 5. Where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do? I'm going to go get a 9 to 5 now?
Yeah.
And just to get, which is amazing, a consistent check every 2 weeks or whatever, but knowing that that's not where my heart is, knowing that that's not true happiness and what I love to do. There's moments in everything. What about the person that is working a 9 to 5 that does get that bi-weekly check?
Yeah.
That's clocking in every day miserable. That's like, damn, why am I here? Don't do that, man. Why am I here?
Beloved, I want to ask you, right? With that being said, how is it that you deal? Because I'm pretty sure it be moments where the devil comes at you. You know what I'm saying? How is it that you handle? Because it's not really trauma, but it's like, it fucks with your mental.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look at yourself in the mirror and you having battles with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How do you deal with that?
Man, I say it's faith over fear, man. It's faith over fear, regardless of what I've endured, what I've been through, what I've overcome, I'm still here. I still have another chance, another opportunity to be great, to do what I do. So checks could be late. Who knows? Bills could be late. But every day I wake up, I'm grateful to be alive, to be healthy. I thank God for everything. I sit there and thank him for everything, where I live, my car, my food, the fact that I got heat, that my siblings are good, my mom is good, my kids are safe. Like, bro, we just watched our colleagues and people that we know and love lose everything in LA. Everything? Imagine you go to work, you go to the studio, you go to an event, you go wherever, and you realize you can't go home today. You can't even return to your home. You gotta evacuate.
Crazy.
To learn your joint is burned down. All your memories, all your moments, all your belongings.
Yeah, Keisha Cole lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Gone. Janae Aiko. I heard the coach. What's the coach name from the Lakers?
Reddick.
Mind you, he's on the court every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mind you, Keisha's still performing,
She's
singing.
still moving. Yeah.
Because what you gonna do?
Right.
So a friend of mine was going through some stuff, and I said, yo, I feel you. I can relate. Trust me. But somebody today just lost
Everything.
everything. So
That's
what are we
real.
really
That's real.
talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The checks are late. What am I gonna do? If a few bills are late, but it's there. Whenever it comes, but it's there and it's coming. Imagine if it was nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's about perspective. It's
Right.
about how you look at things. It's about how you view things, how you see things. For me, it's about staying present. I said, cool, did my checks come? No, they ain't come yet. And I was like, and I was eating, and I and just being honest and transparent, I was like, damn. And I sat there and I was like, eat my food. I said, man, am I going to go take the train over there, or I'm going to go and walk? I said, 20-minute walk. Let me walk to my brother's, man. Let me give me some fresh air. Let me get my mind off of this. Put on some music, took the walk, and said, I'm about to have one of the greatest conversations ever. What you talking about? What you talking about, bro? You good? You alive? Because one of our colleagues passed away today. Leaving kids behind, leaving siblings behind, leaving parents behind.
And money couldn't save him.
54 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And money couldn't save him.
Listen, we all have our so situations that we deal with. Like like my situation. Like a lot of people know my story. You know what I'm saying? So like every time I feel stressed out, and then people see it is what it is. They judge us by the gram. Whatever they see on the gram, they're like, yo, you living a good life.
Man.
Boom, boom. Because, we put our wins. I'll be putting my losses too, you know what I'm saying? But mostly, we put our wins. And every time I'm stressing about something, you know what I got to tell myself? Yo, I'm free. I'm free.
Thing in the world.
Sheesh.
And then once I tell myself that,
It's over.
everything calms down. Wow. Because I could have been in that 6x9, bro. And when I was in there, I was stressing. There's nothing you could do. There's nothing you could change. You can't. Time is just going. Everybody's living their life, and we in that box. So every time I feel stressed or I'm going through something, I could be like, yo, I could have been in the mountains. I'm blessed. I'm good.
You don't want to be depressed. You don't want to be depressed in there.
So that's myself. Like today, look what you did.
Yeah.
You walked around. I'm saying you cleared the air. You knew you was coming on the show with your brothers, like you said. You have a nice conversation.
Yeah.
But we all deal with things differently. You know what I'm saying? So that's
free. That's such a powerful
word.
Which people take for granted.
They take absolutely
free. You can move how you want to move, go where you want to go, eat when you want to eat.
Exactly.
I want to go to the bathroom, I go to the bathroom. I want to watch a TV show of my own. I want to watch that show.
Word. Yeah.
Just the little things that we take.
Or just take a walk from your house.
So how do you deal with artists that want to work with you? Because I know when you were coming up, they gave you a shot.
Yeah.
They gave you a break. So when you have artists that want production from you, how do you gauge that? How do you know? You know what? Let me give.
Right. It's about the work ethic. It's about. I don't really trip on how dope you are. I used to be, but at the end of the day, it's a business. It's a business, and who am I to tell you no or I can't? Unless it's just really bad. Like
yes.
You're like, but if but it could be an artist that's on that. But got a bag. I'm gonna tell you when I'm saying no to the bag. It's been plenty of artists that came correct. That may not be the greatest, but it's just like business was on point, check is on time. What we doing? We working. So it really don't matter to me, man. As long as because people gonna do what they want to do. They're gonna express themselves how they want to express themselves to me, which is what music is, and it's about a cup of tea, right? We what did do say? You might like lemonade, I might like cranberry juice. You know what I'm saying? You might like, Red Bull and Douce. Everybody has their preference on what it is they like, what they don't like. And for me, it's like as long as the business straight and you're a man and woman of your word and handle and do things properly and with respect and decency, we can work. So it's just about coming correct and understanding it. Like, I want to work. Do you know when you work, you get paid? Everybody want to work, but then when it comes time to handle the business,
it's a problem.
You said you wanted to work, right?
Facts.
When you work, you get paid.
You better watch your words.
So, just come with the right business. And then at the end of the day, I love when people are just honest and transparent. An artist reached out to me via DM, super dope writer, songwriter, right? And we was writing records for placements. And she hit me and she was like, yo, I really love this record. I would like to release it, with your permission, with your blessing. So first of all, I said, thank you for even coming to me correctly out of respect and asking and inquiring. And I was like, hey, all love. I said, but there's a bag for everything. Now I know who you are, what you're doing. And she shared where she worked, normal, 9 to 5. So I said, okay, cool. Get you right back. Thought about it real quick. I said, let's do it for that. Like, really? Like, yeah. You know why? Because you was honest. You came with respect. You told me what it was. Let me pay a few bills. It was cool. I ain't got to treat you like you're a signed artist to Rock Nation. Like, you ain't got that, but you may have this. And it might take you a little minute to save your little coins and do that. Let's do it. Because at the same time, we have a dope record together that's released. Who knows what it's going to do? Because it's a really dope song. You figured out a way that it's comfortable for you financially where you can pay for the record and handle business properly. I'm happy. You happy. Let's see what happens. And that just happened the other day.
So that's a new, not new, but in our world is new. Like what you said, like she sent you a DM or he, her, whatever. Again, back in the days, you had to have relationships. You had to have, now you could just shoot your shot in the DM and then you check them, you open it. Like a lot of people don't even do that.
Every joint.
You know what I'm saying? Like some people told me, yo, son, I DM'd you never answered. I'm like, where?
That's because
then you got to go dig. You got it goes to and people don't understand that.
In general,
people don't know that.
Yeah, they don't understand that. So I'm like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I could imagine like you as a producer, like
it's crazy.
Your DMs is going crazy, and then people got to know how to shoot their shot because you got a DM. 20 of my DMs be like, yo, yo, what?
Yo, what?
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even entertaining that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, and I'm supposed to answer you back,
Right,
but you want something from me?
Yo.
Because you're not giving me something.
Right.
I already know what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's call a spade a spade. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You going to tap in. Like, what you want, bro?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lying, though.
Straight up.
I haven't opened a DM yet. I was like, yo, this is what I got for you, bro.
Right.
Oh, it's yo, this, that. All right, cool, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Dr. Thompson, let me ask you a question.
He hit him with the doctor. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Okay, we going up
yeah.
a notch. All right, okay,
Listen,
do what you do.
Listen, Dr. Thompson, I have to ask you a question. My question is, so you have producer, musical director, drummer touring. We have all the residency, right? We have the companies that you've worked for. Why give back? Why give back, right? First, two-part question. Why give back, and why the need to write a book?
Why give back? When I think about where I'm from, what I've overcome, what I was surrounded by, all of the distractions, all of the negativity, but was able to make it out of that and stay focused and become Amadeus, right? There's a lot of kids that can't do that. There's a lot of kids that can't avoid the distractions. They can't, let go of the noise. So I think it's a very important thing. And no one gave us the blueprint. Like, we had to figure it out. And I remember how difficult it was to become who I am today. So it's like, why not? Why not give back? Why not have the conversations with these young kings and young queens and say, hey, this is what I did to get where I'm at. Here's what you should do. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you shouldn't do. Here's what you should avoid. If I could prevent you from going through the same things I've experienced, why would I allow you to go through the same hurt, pain, and trauma and setbacks and potholes that I've experienced? Why would I? It's like you're driving your car. You got a brand new Ferrari. I done drove down this block 1,000,000 times. You just got your new joint. I know you got to go down the same street. I'm not going to be like, yo, Dren, watch out for that pothole, bro. It's a big pothole there. I don't want you to crack your rim. You just got that. I'm going to let you just drive down the street. I'm going to stand on the block like, yo, what up, bro? Knowing it's a pothole and not tell you to go around it. And you drive your new Ferrari in that joint and crack your rim. Now they got to call a tow truck and tow you off the block.
That's real, because some people let you do it. Some people will let you do it.
It's like, no, man. Here's the blueprint. Me giving you the blueprint doesn't take anything away from me. It doesn't take any money out of my pocket. It doesn't remove any opportunities. It doesn't close the door and put a key on it, through it, and lock and throw it out. No. What's for me is for me, and what's for you is for you. Why not help you? So that's the mission, to just continue to go around and educate and push people and encourage people to chase and live their dreams. Why settle in life? There's people that's being told, no, you don't be that. Do this. You can't do that. Go do this. So no, I want to walk into these schools and have the conversations that's not being had. That the teachers are doing the right thing. They're teaching you math, social studies, science, English, Spanish, French. Cool. Who's talking to you about your dreams and aspirations? Who's allowing you to think about that? What do you want to be? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to be? What do you want? Which one to do? Oh, I don't know. That's fine. What do you love? What are you passionate about? What can't you not? Music. So what is it about music you like? Do you like songs? You like the beats? You like the lyrics? You like hearing it? You like finding dope artists? You like seeing who's dope and discovering people? There's so many. You like the sound? You like engineering? You like, the videographer? You like taking pictures? Like, there's a billion things you can do. And
Very intricate.
What do you want to do? What do you love? And why aren't you doing it right now? I'm a little baby with drumsticks in my hand. I was 3 years old. I never watched any YouTube videos. There wasn't no YouTube. There wasn't nothing online.
None of that.
So that was a natural thing for me to take the drumsticks and hit the drums at 3 years old. So that's why, I give back. I think it's an important thing to do. I think it's something that we should all do, when I saw you at the school and, talking to the young kings and queens, and that was amazing. How did that feel?
It's amazing, man, because like you said, they listen to us because they know we drove down that block with the pothole. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to hit it or you're going to swerve around it. You know what I'm saying? So we were kids. We don't listen to our parents.
Yeah, we do not.
But we're going to listen to someone that looks like us and lives in the same hood we live in. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it is because you do the same type of work, and that's why. You know what I'm saying? He asked you that question. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's God's work, brother.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And to
one
give
thing-
back feels it's priceless. It's priceless.
Kids recognize authenticity. They know when you being a buck.
See bullshit a mile away.
They know when you being a buck. And then when you're not being honest and you're not being real, they won't listen. They'll look at you could be sitting right in front of them this close and they'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're honest and you're real and you're transparent and you be a buck and you give them the truth. I just left for school yesterday. I went to speak to Bronx Dance Academy, right? Different classrooms, different groups. And it was just one group of 8th grade students. And I'm saying, because this is the time where they choose their high schools. I said, what you chose? Oh, I don't know. What you mean you don't know? What you chose? Oh, I don't know. What school you chose? I said, hold on. I went crazy. I said, what do you mean you don't know, bro? You're choosing your high school. Yeah. I bet you know whatever song dropped today.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you know whatever TikTok dance or whatever's trending today, but you don't know what school you choosing? When the applications are already submitted?
Yeah.
I went in. I said, y'all looking at me and you see me standing in front of the classroom, you saw the video that I played and all of the artists that I work with. Oh, that's cool. How do you think I got here, man? Think I got here from not knowing what I'm doing with myself and with my life? So I can't save you. No matter what I stand up here and say to you, I can't save you. I can't make you want to be great. If you down to settle in life for what you want to settle for, which is anything, let me know and I could just walk out the classroom right now.
Mm.
But what do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? And they were just looking at me like, and I gave them the business, bro.
Yeah, you make them think. They got to start thinking, bro.
You know everything else.
Everything else. The phone thinks for them. Like the phone, that's what it is. They it's crazy.
They listen to you before they listen to that teacher, though.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Facts.
You know why? Because like Dren said, like
It's
they see the
identifiable.
video and they see all the artists we working with and all of the celebrities we around. Cool, I got your attention. That's what we need. That's what you need. You need to see that. Cool. Now listen to this stuff.
Facts.
Cause I ain't coming in here to tell you what you want to hear. I'm coming in here to tell you what you need to hear. You thought it was gonna be sweet when I walked in today. It's not. Cause we doing what we doing already. Facts. You trying to get to where we're at. We want you to get to where we're at and beyond. I want you to bypass us. But I can't make you do that. Yeah. Your parents can't make you do that. Your teachers can't make you do that. You gotta want to do that. So I was like, so it's up to y'all. I'm going to head out and go do what I do. King Amadeus already exists. Dr. Thompson is here. What you going to do? Because I know when you walk out of these doors, there's hell out there, bro.
Real world.
You made it to school. Thank God. When you make it home, thank God. Because every student ain't making it home. Everybody not making it home. We from the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx. I was in the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx, bro. I know what it is. And I feel like they got it worse than what we had. We didn't have no phone. We didn't have all these distractions in the palm of our hand.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
We didn't see fights. We saw them right there. We didn't see it in our hands. I couldn't Google a fight and watch a fight. I can't Google somebody getting shot and watch it.
No, you had to walk through that every day.
What are you talking about?
Word.
So, it's something that I feel like it's a must. It's just something that, I have to do. And we do it from our hearts, man. So I don't expect nothing. I don't expect any accolades, nothing. So when we receive them, it's like, well, it's amazing. It's a blessing. But I didn't do that for that. I did that to save someone's life. I did that because I go speak because I care. And I tell them, like, ain't none of this scripted. When we go talk, ain't none of this scripted, bro. I don't know what I'm going to say to you. I spoke to 10 different classrooms. Every conversation was a different conversation based off of how I felt when I entered into the classroom. The vibrations I got, yeah, and they're like, yeah, okay, this is what we on. Okay, what's going on in here? You gotta
bring this up.
You gotta. Everything ain't for everybody. The message for the last class might not be what's needed for this class. It's different. Everybody's different. But it's a must and it's a passion of mine to just help others. Not even just not just kids, but just anybody. If us having this conversation. Imagine the millions of people that we're going to inspire when this is released. That's what it's about. Even with having a moment of realizing, damn, these checks are late. But when I walked over here and got my mind right and sat down in this chair to have this conversation, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about how many lives will be changed listening to the conversation we had.
Exactly.
I'm focused on that.
That makes
check
two
gonna come when it's gonna come.
Now the book, who approached you for that?
Nobody, man. So my thing with the book was, when I go have these conversations with the kids, some of them are listening, some of them are not. Or I might have said so much.
Went over their heads.
You missed it. You caught one thing. Even if you caught one thing, cool. So my thing is, if I can leave them with something tangible, where Dad, big homie Amadeus came to the school, he dropped some gems, man. I don't even know if I remember everything. So if I can leave the story of Amadeus and the beat goes on with them, like, this is how he became him. This is how he survived the Bronx. This is how the musician, the producer was created as a baby. Just to leave them something to refer back to when I'm not there, when I'm not at their school, when I'm not doing an assembly.
The blueprint.
The blueprint.
I got two more questions, Doctor. So, first question is your doctorate. Mm-hmm. Second question, when you received that phone call for the Bronx Walk of Fame.
Crazy. Both had me like, huh? It's like, yeah, man, we want to present you your honorary doctorate in music business and entrepreneurship, along with the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award for Community Service, President Joe Biden. And I was like, me? Yeah, why not you? He said, you've over 20 years of what you do. He said, there's people that go to college that learned, that have the actual degrees, that haven't experienced what you've experienced because you're hands-on. Like, this is real life for you. This is not a book. And there's no shade or disrespect to the book or the other way of doing it, but your life experiences has allowed you to earn, these accomplishments and these achievements. And I remember I had Dre's that weekend in Vegas, and when they was having a graduation, so I had to fly to Vegas, play on a Friday night, jump on a plane first thing in the morning from Vegas to Dallas for the graduation. Walk the graduation, earn my honorary doctorate, go back to Vegas to perform that night at the club, and it's legendary, bro. It was legendary, man. And even same thing with the Bronx Walk of Fame. I was on tour. We was on the Love Heart tour with Trey Songz, Keisha Cole, Jaheim, and K. Michelle. We was on a tour bus with my band members. And I opened up the email and was like, show my band member. I was like, read this? Because I was confused, thinking they were asking me to attend the ceremony of others getting inducted. So I was like, yo, is they telling me to come pull up? Or this is like, this is my joint? And he read it, and I'm looking at him as he's reading. He's like sitting probably at the distance of where you are. And he's like, and I'm like, what's up, bro? And he was like, yo, this crazy. He's called me Bloco. This is crazy, Bloco. You about to get a street sign, son. I was like, yo, you for real? He was like, yeah, right? So we was on a tour bus we had a long drive, so we had to stop in the city to rest, the bus drivers, get back on the road. I'm sitting in the room, the hotel room, just sitting there, blank, quiet, no TV on, nothing. And it just wasn't registering. Just quiet, nothing. Get up, go to sleep, go to the next city. We in Oakland. Played the show, got on the bus, got to the room, and then it came down. It's tears of joy, and I'm like, then it hit. Like, bro, do you really understand what's going on? Like, street sign, Grand Concourse, for eternity.
Iconic.
Crazy. Like, when it was warmer, of course, I used to just pull up to the sign and just sit there. Like, just random. I just pull up, park the truck, and just sit there and look at it, make videos. And it's right in front of the courthouse in the Bronx on 161st Street. Mm-hmm. So that's where shout out to the Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson. So her office is there. So, like, her staff, her officers will come out on a random day. And she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, chilling with I'm sitting here looking at my street sign, bro.
A couple blocks down from your high school.
It's crazy. Connell Hayes, right down the street. Yankee Stadium, right down the block.
Right down the block.
So you didn't even know that was in play. Like you found out through the email.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
I mean, I don't want to get into it, but the big Pun got a street named on him, and the politics behind that.
Know. Yeah.
So we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I'm just saying that
Puns is different from mine. Pun is an actual street sign that has that's in the GPS. Like that's his street. Mine is the Bronx Walk of Fame, right?
you can't listen.
No, for real. So like it's only on, not only, but it's on Grand Concourse where people inducted.
Bro, you're alive. You're alive, and you have a street sign named after you in the Bronx, brother. People have to die for that. Like I say it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, joking around. Like, you know, when you come to the events and I introduce you for people who don't know, and I say it all the time. This is the only brother that I know that's alive that has a street sign named after him. Like, it takes for people to get murdered and all types of crazy things, and then they do that.
It's always a negative thing.
Yeah,
it's never
it's crazy
a
because
positive
they don't even
tip.
get to see it.
Exactly.
My late pastor got one after she passed away.
See what I'm saying?
They named the street after.
So that's my point. The fact that they gave you that while you still alive,
major.
I've never seen that before. That accolade is just out of this world. To me, that's bigger than the Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
Where people can see it, people can walk by it, they could take pictures.
Yeah.
You could bring your kids, your grandchildren.
Bro, you're there.
You're there.
Looking at it.
It's
and
not
people
going
looking
anywhere.
at you like, yo, what are you doing?
Right.
Here?
No
What do you
idea,
mean,
bro.
Why am I not here? Because I'm here already.
No idea, bro. That's my sign.
That's legendary, man. That's legendary.
Yeah, man. You an icon and a legend,
Thank
Dr.
you, man.
Thompson. Like, listen, brother.
Appreciate y'all, man.
I wanna thank you for pulling up, brother. You know
this
what
is
I mean?
amazing.
The way we met was organic. The energy, you know what I'm saying, bro? I've been waiting for this for a minute.
Yeah, me too, man.
You know what I'm
Humbled and
saying?
grateful, bro.
And I
Dren
appreciate
the only one that can get me out.
Listen, once again, like we say in every episode, it's about relationships.
Yes, sir.
A lot of times, y'all don't understand when people pull up to this platform. It's about relationships. It's not about the bag. It's not about this, that, and the third. It's about relationships. What we have here is real conversations. This ain't even an interview. You understand what I'm saying? And if we could reach one person,
Yes, sir.
then we doing our job. But be that as it may, brother, give the people your socials. Let them know what's next in store for you.
Absolutely. And I'm a piggyback off of what you said about relationships. For my brothers, I got on a bus and I got on a train for my brothers. What I was coming from, I'm like, I got to be down in the city. The driving, the parking, the toll, the congestion fees.
It's crazy.
I was like,
New York is not it
I'm
right
going to get
now.
on the bus, I'm going to get on the train. Like I said, I walked from where I was at to my brothers with a smile on my face. Like, it's not too cold outside. I'm dressed, I'm warm. But, when you love your brothers, man, that's what we do. And when you reached out, it wasn't pulling no teeth. It wasn't, let me see. Bro, hear me? This is the date I got. And I was mad. I even took long. I forgot what I was doing. I was doing something, and I took a while to respond. And I was mad that I ain't responding to you right away because I ain't see it.
Love, man. We
and
busy.
I hit my brother. I was like, oh, nah, we in there. Let's do it. You know what I mean? So thank y'all, bro, for what y'all do for this platform, for allowing them individuals like myself to be celebrated, honored, loved on, to share their story in hopes that it's a blessing to everybody, that tunes in, man. So thank you, my brothers. Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate you for coming up.
Happy to be here, man.
And if we would, redesign the studio, I'm gonna put a pole here with a sign right there. Boom.
Oh God, brother,
You
listen.
know what I'm saying?
Real shit, Dr. Thompson. We appreciate
Thank you, bro,
for what you do for your community.
Yes, sir.
And the motivational speaking tour that you have.
Yes, sir.
And the giving back that you do, brother,
Thank you,
because
man.
I guarantee you, yesterday, you touched more than one person's
Absolutely.
life.
Absolutely.
You feel me, brother?
Humble, man.
And whenever you need us,
Yes, sir.
front and center.
My brother.
Word.
Cheers, brother. Cheers, man.
Yeah.